So I am Dan Ewald. This is my wife, Ashleigh. We have been in Hilliard in total now 14 years. Moved here in 2011. We had a smaller house over off of Walcott, and then we bought our current house, which is within walking distance here in 2018. So, yeah.
Interestingly enough, during COVID, I got a new job, started working at home, and I was really excited because my old job, used to get there way too early, so it wasn't open yet. When COVID started, I was able to come here because it was right at the same time. You guys started doing mobile app. You had easy walk up to the front door. So that's really when it took off, because I knew, I've always wanted to try it. And then the scared part of small businesses not staying open, made me a serious, no, we're coming here, and hopefully more than once a day, because I wanted to try it. And it was great because it's small, it's cute, and I'd been a Starbucks person forever, and so 2020 came and I was here every day and have been ever since.
So I was afraid I was going to lose my job right around the same time that the pandemic started, and then all of a sudden she was about to start her new job, and all of a sudden we all got thrown together, 6 and a 4-year-old, right? We were 6 and 4.
Never left her home.
And so getting coffee became the one little slice of normalcy in our day, or even if it was just to swing by the curb and pick it up, at least it was a positive exchange, and that was the one spot of joy that we could count on every morning.
And so then it became twice, because we'd try to come during the afternoon, and do you need to go for a walk? I do need to leave the house, and it worked out a lot. So
yeah.
The app development from what we initially have it to what we have now. You guys used it a lot. You're number one on the
number
app.
one user,
Yep.
5 years running, or whatever it is. No big deal. Yeah, I think when it first started, and I feel like just because it became second nature, regardless of the iteration of the app, I think that the app itself was very simple, very, here's the app, here are the drinks, not really customized. It worked fine. And then the process of picking up and all of that was, I would say, obviously new, turned it around really quickly. That took a little bit of time. You did front door orders, at the time we weren't allowed to come in. And then, progression all the way to now, I think there's articles, your events are posted in the app. There's, leave us a comment if you need something specific. It got very, very specific. It's, daily specials are in there. You guys do a great job of updating it that way. MVP, if you will, in the tech world. It was here, it did the trick, and then now it's just exactly what you would want it to be, able to click around and, go sign up for one of your roasting events or whatnot through that app. So it definitely evolved how it needed to get where we are.
I like the history option. When I get into the car, boom, let's do it again.
We're always doing it again. Creatures of habit.
Repeat the same thing. I absolutely love it.
First and foremost, it's the place where I was excited to try when the pandemic started, and I was very nervous of it not being here. So to keep coming back, but it's truly you guys, and I don't know that you know that, but it's truly the experience when we come in. Hey friend, Sharon says that to me every time, and has since before I know her now. Now your oldest watches our children, so it's an evolving relationship. And to me, you bring, and I think during COVID, you guys truly had, we have to do this, we have to immediately flip, but at the same time, you're in here still raising funds for something else. You're still doing a drive because a family needs coats and shoes. The whole time, we're worried and you're worried about, staying open, which I'm sure you were, family of 4, you are still worried about everyone else. And that is something that, especially during that time, just seemed so insane to us. And the coffee was really good, Nate. So I'm not making it at home, I'm coming here. So there's a plethora of reasons, but you as a family and what you guys brought to the community we were very drawn to it right away.
I can tell you something else that was going on in my life at that time was I got selected to be part of the Hilliard by Design Committee, which was an 18-month project where we were tasked with trying to develop what the city should look like over the next 10 years. And I had just really kind of been introduced to you guys, but I never told you this, but the contractors that they brought in had a very, I don't know, it felt like a very specific goal to try to develop Franklin Street into this sort of commercial
Felt sterile.
thing. Yeah. And there were a handful of us that knew you and were very protective of you. And I mean, we were a handful of voices, but you were very much represented and loved in that in those 18 months.
So my oldest Sawyer, she really got into crochet at the end of her 5th grade year at Avery, where all of your children go. And Sharon had asked, I think, over the summer, you guys constantly have vendor markets, so she asked Sawyer if she wanted to potentially be a part of it, ton of slots. Sawyer was really, really excited, and she was able to create just a handful of things, and then we did another market after that, and then I think now we've come to the point where have a permanent, I should say, basket where every season Sawyer, makes some of her little stuffies, and she is Hooked with Heart by Sawyer, so she, we're obviously really thrilled, and it gives her something to be excited about. We come in here in the morning and she'll be like, how many are gone? Like, she gets so excited, and she's really thrived and kind of come into her own, like crochet, like her little granny project has just turned into this thing that's really, she gets orders all the time. People have come in here and they have used this, this sign that we have here, and they have emailed me to ask if she can do something custom. So I think not from being from the outside during COVID and, becoming part of the inside is kind of a different way to look at it, but it is really cool. It is really cool that we could help. And obviously that's one of the baskets that keeps the littles, from touching the breakable things maybe when they're walking in. So
I guess just to add to kind of the community element, I'd say that about a year ago, her mom came to one of the girls' school plays, and she made the comment that she's like, you have a really good thing going here. Like and she's from a small town.
I'm from a small town. I
small.
graduated with like 30 kids, small town.
And she says, you got a good thing going here. It's like, it feels like, you guys all know each other. Like, it's a small town feel within a big city. And I immediately thought of the coffee shop. There was a person many years ago that told me that there's a small window in your children's lives where they're paying attention to every little detail of things that you do. They may not hear necessarily the things that you say, but they notice the things that you do. And there are rare instances in life that you come across people whose actions speak louder than their words, and I think that is you and Sharon. I think that you guys inspire people to be the best versions of themselves, and I'm very thankful that our girls get to feel like they're part of this community, and they get to learn from you empathy and compassion.